some reason. I don't know if either y'all used to do it, but heard that quite a few
And we're live.
Yeah.
No, okay. Hey, so I have to figure out. Still have to figure out what to say as well too. So we'll yap until the meantime. But hello, last is gonna be badass. This is just Alchemy. It's another week. Right now the Alchemy bench is the Regulars of me, Summer and Key, John Brockman, and Siobhan O'Connor. How is everyone's doing so far?
Pretty good.
Better.
Did you have a happy St. Patrick's Day yesterday, Siobhan?
It wasn't. What did you say Patrick's Day yesterday?
It was
Tuesday.
It's
there's a reason I'm wearing part of my fucking pagan regalia today. Fuck that motherfucker. I have a sticker which will be available in my sticker shop by tomorrow, by the way, on Etsy. That is a upside down pentagram, and in the middle is a green snake. Okay, because I don't have a problem with the color green, because that's what Ire is another name for it. But anyway, green snake, and across the top it says, how does it say? Hey, St. Patrick, you fucker, you missed one.
Mm-hmm. You realize that there were never any snakes in Ireland.
Oh, I know. Mm-hmm. Not only that, but this whole, he was, not that he only killed the Druids, but that he supposedly killed, drove out the Druids. No. A lot of them.
Well, the bit where he was supposedly kept as a slave, turns out that was a common dodge for Roman kids to get out of having to do civic duties. Sort of like bone spurs.
Isn't there like a tradition of wearing orange to protest the whole killing of snakes?
Not in my case, there's not. I don't do orange.
I know that. Okay,
that probably has something to do with the Ulster.
Yeah, orange are the Provo, the Orangemen. No, I don't do orange.
The
orange are the
it's the Troubles. It's the Civil War in Ireland.
Right. And Ulster, which, by the way, not everybody, hashtag not all Ulster, okay. And a lot of people, well, I'm not going to get into all that, but, yeah.
Oh, by the way, hi, Joey.
Hi, Joey.
Some of the people in Ulster own my other home. But, a lot of people in Ulster I don't really have a problem with, whatever.
No, I'm pretty sure they're all dicks.
Could be.
Especially Michael. Fuck you, Michael.
Right. Especially if they're Irish, because you know how the Irish are.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking drunks.
Yeah, who I feel sorry for?
The English?
No, we never feel sorry for the English.
Not a fucking chance of that ever happening. Sometimes I do feel sorry for the English people, just like a lot of the American people I feel sorry for. I had a conversation with a person playing Diablo 4. I'm peeling my skin, by the way. It's something that you, I was just about to say before we went on the air that a lot of neurodivergent people will put Elmer's glue on their hand, let it dry, and then peel it off to have a feeling. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I did that too.
But this is because I just did my nails, so I got super glue on the bottoms and the pads of my fingers, because I'm clumsy as fuck. Anyway, where the hell was? Why are you gonna let me ramble like that, Joey?
No, I want you to
I do feel sorry for some of the English people. I feel sorry for some of the people, not all the people in America, but I do feel sorry for a lot of people in America. But
especially the white men, they're so lonely.
Right. Yeah. But the Scots, okay, even to the point as a good example of the point of the Scots basically saying, you know what, trans people are valid. We're going to give trans people rights, and the English fucking stepped in and said, no, you're not. And according to their laws, they have the right to do that, supposedly. Y'all motherfuckers need another William Wallace.
There is a Scot who I absolutely hate. Or at least someone who lives in Scotland.
Oh.
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
That fucking cunt. Yeah, no.
Yes.
And that's mild compared to what I would love to say about her, but y'all would probably get at the very least, part of the
we're not monetized on YouTube whatsoever, and
somebody's
I don't think
phone is dying. I heard the little runk.
Yeah, is it mine?
Not mine.
Probably.
Mine's over there is being charged.
I don't think
mine is at 41.
It's not mine, so it must be somebody's computer doing something.
Oh, I wonder if it is my tablet. Yeah.
Ah.
You
It's another portable device, so that works.
know. And now you piece of shit. Yeah, you whatever. Shut up. And ask Joey how many times daily that I've been sitting there talking to them, because we talk almost every day anyway. And I'll hear back in the bedroom. Do 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 do. And I'm, motherfucker, I meant to shut that alarm off because I don't need it for anything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, I babysit my box goblin about 10 hours a day. So technically, I need to be up by at least 6:15, which means my brain at 4:30 says, "Motherfucker, you're late. Get your ass up."
Mm-hmm.
So I'm usually up at 4. So whatever. But... Hi, people.
Hello. I'm so busy sharing around the links, but now I'm sharing to all the Discords as well too. But I also have I kind of did. Well, I did. Not surprising. I didn't prepare at all for today as well too. I'm sure none of us did as well too. But I just remembered. Hold on,
I can talk about anything.
Hey, but that's one thing I just. Wait a minute. I just remembered on Friday. Again, it was Sage Drive's Ask Away. Again, interesting conversations once I joined the thing as well too. And one liberal even said, "I'm sorry, Summer Geek. I'm gonna block you. You talk too much and know so little." And it's like, yeah, another.
What?
Yeah, that's all. That's all they said.
I remember you posting that.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
Is.
Yeah.
But it's just, there was a liberal who I've never interacted with before that day as well too, so I don't have any history with this person.
Do you
whatsoever.
talk faster than I do? Yes. Do you talk more than I do? Whatever. Okay. And number one, do you know less than I do? Whatever.
It's, my older sibling pointed out on Facebook that it's not so much I know so little, it's more we agree so little on things. It's just
Go. You know,
I've been blocking people on Facebook for believing in conspiracy theories.
To my knowledge, we haven't had, except for Joe, because fuck him. No. I don't. We don't have people who, I mean, I might not know certain things about a certain topic or whatever, yeah, or almost nothing I know almost nothing about anime at all.
Oh, that's fair. You don't need to know things about anime.
Okay, now we're going to block Siobhan.
There's a lot of over-sexualized.
Yeah, everybody's gonna block me now. But we don't have. Trying to think of a non-English word. We have smart people on here, and by smart I mean that are able to grasp a topic. It's reported that Einstein said it. I don't know if he ever actually did or not, but he said.
He didn't.
I think Richard Feynman said it. That if you can't explain physics to a 5-year-old, you don't know physics.
No, it was Einstein did say that if you can't explain it without math, then you don't understand it.
Oh.
And then somebody tried to get him to explain relativity not using math, and he couldn't. But that was mostly because his wife did all the work.
Right. I can to a large extent, but my thing is, if I am just as anyone else, just as much as anyone else, I'm subject to Dunning-Kruger. I'm a physics geek and a science geek. I watch all sorts of documentaries, especially about physics, black holes, cosmology, gravitons, whatever. Okay. So I thought I understood more than I did, and I found out because one of the people that I followed at the time, since turned out to be a jackass, but one of the people at the time that I followed had a lecture on physics, and it was for the second year student or whatever, and I didn't know a whole lot of the math, but now 10 minutes in the lecture I was just lost as a motherfucker. I was like, oh, I don't know as much as I thought I did.
Definitely better to what is the saying? It's better to say nothing and be perceived a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubts. And then Homer Simpson think, wait, something I said must say something to act smart. Well, Lisa, you said something very profound or something like that.
I'm smart enough to know my own limitations.
Mm-hmm.
That's how smart I am.
I'm
smart
white enough not to have any
own.
limitations.
Shut up.
Shut up, John. Or like my mom and dad used to say interchangeably, Either, if you don't believe me, ask me. Or I may not always be right, but I'm never wrong. And I'm like, okay, mom.
But like something else that happened on like
What's up, what's up, what's up?
something else that happened on Friday as well too. I got certified to like do CPR as well too.
Nice.
Oh, I thought you were going to
recertified.
say you got subpoenaed.
No, I've been subpoenaed before, but that's because like it happened like 20 years ago and stuff like that. I called in a drug driver as well too because he drove to the gas station. I work.
Are you open to a little bit of advice about CPR?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so not as much obviously in the first part, but for almost 20 years I worked as a CNA and then like 4 years as a ER rehab tech, med-surg tech. Okay, I've done CPR more times than I can count. Sometimes
They're gonna puke in your mouth.
sometimes yeah, that's number one. Okay.
Well, that's what.
If you're not in a medical setting, you know, you're out on a beach somewhere or you know whatever. Okay. Number two, you have to be careful because you can, but sometimes you know it will sound like you're breaking the rib. You're not.
Yeah.
You're stretching cartilage.
Yeah. The like instructor did mention that as well too. Like especially if like someone's
And
like
even if you don't know it completely, you don't feel you're good enough at it. If you try, that still may save a life.
Yeah.
Having said that, I think all states do. I'm not sure. I know Michigan does for sure. Has the Good Samaritan law, where
Washington State does as well.
You try and they die, you at least tried. But once you start, especially if you're licensed in any way, shape, or form, once you start, you have to keep going until you no longer can do so. And I'm telling you right now, 5 minutes of CPR the next day will kill your freaking shoulders. You know, you got adrenaline going and whatever else, you know, and then you're doing it properly. You know, I don't know how many times I've gone home from ER after doing it 2 or 3 times during the shift, and my arms just kill me the next day. I gotta go back to work. That's what I gotta do. I used to teach for the Red Cross.
That's cool.
Was,
did you get your certification for a particular reason, Geek?
Not just to have it just in case, honestly, as well too, and also just to like.
I think a lot of people should.
Hey, it's just like.
But it's because Geek learned this lesson from Lawrence Krauss. You have to have an excuse to grope someone.
Shut up!
Does Klaus have any teeth?
No, that's why he's getting in trouble. He didn't have the certification.
Oh, there you go. But you know, I even if you don't get quote unquote certified, I used to teach it for the Red Cross because at the time, I don't know if they still do, but at the time, as long as you're an unpaid instructor, which I worked at the nursing home, and once a month I would hold a class, as long as first aid class, because I was taught as a first aid instructor, so not just CPR, but everything from electrical stuff to whatever. If you are the Red Cross at the time, if you're unpaid, you're covered for a $1 million liability insurance if you start CPR on someone and it doesn't work. Make a what is it, good show cause or whatever it is, goodwill effort, whatever, however they term it legally, but But again, if you're certified as an instructor or a nurse or whatever, once you start, you've got to keep going.
Yeah.
When 9/11 happened, we were called to the hospital. I went to the hospital. And I don't know about other states, and the laws may have changed since then, but at the time, you're working in the hospital, and there's a local emergency. If you don't show up and or you leave your shift, you can be terminated and fined and even jailed in some circumstances. It didn't. Nothing bad happened, but there was another time where they had a school bus accident, and so they called a couple people in while the school bus accident happened. It's because it was snowing like a bitch up here, which happens in Michigan once a year. So, and they couldn't get out of their driveway, so the sheriff's went and got them in a 4x4. It wasn't anything bad. They were bringing them to work, and they wanted to come to work, whatever. They just couldn't do it. Live a couple miles out of town, and I live in an area that is the Muskegon River goes right through the middle of our town, and There's literally probably tens, if not hundreds of thousands of acres in this area of state forest. It's not, we're not developed or anything. It's just forest, you know. And they have, here, they have, they don't do clear cut. So they have to get permits to go in and cut and whatever. And they try to do, supposed to do, you know, fallen trees and whatever and the like. But we have a lot of loggers here still.
So Joey, how you been? I don't know if you answered that question.
I have actually had a cold this week, which is unusual because I haven't been sick since like last August, and the last time I was sick was like a year and a half before that. I don't usually get sick. I usually fight whatever it is off, and I sometimes have like a down day, but this time I actually caught the cold. Started with a sore throat, ended up being sniffly. I'm still nasally today.
People. What it is.
I know, right? Damn people.
People used to tell me all the time when I worked seismography, which is out in the woods, in the swamps, and berry bogs, and wherever in Michigan, you know, especially in the winter. Are you going to catch cold? Because I almost never wore a hat. No, because I'm not around people. Working in a nursing home was the time I caught the most colds of anything.
That makes sense.
Fucking old people.
You know?
They make everything worse for everyone. Disease,
Like kids are
Republicans.
constantly like, they freaking pick their own nose and eat their own boogers. They're so gross. Like
Yeah,
children
kids are just
are
a
just
germ
like
factory.
the smaller the kid,
Plague rats.
the more cooties
Yeah.
they carry.
There you go. That's a good term, John. Plague rats.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of like cold as well too. On Friday, it snowed in Seattle.
Did it?
Yes, in the middle of March. Technically, it's still winter as well too. Well, I guess depending where you go as well too. So it's just like, but no snow throughout most of the winter, and finally snow when it happened in March. But yet, like, so my oldest brother was surprised by that as well too. I just said, I remember when it snowed in April in this area. It was a freak snowstorm as well too, and it's like it was gone by like 2 days later as well too. But it was cold enough to like, and it snowed in April, so it's just like, but it happened 20 years ago, so it's just like odd weather events.
Well, we've had like 24 hours, the last 24 hours we've had snow, but it is supposed to, it's like in the teens today.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to warm up so much so that by tomorrow it's supposed to be in the 40s, and the next day it's supposed to be in the 60s. And that's what it's been like all fucking winter long in South Dakota. We've had cold snaps, which is normal, but we've had these warm snaps, which is abnormal. And so it's just been going up and down, up and down, up and down. And that has been like so shitty on my joints.
No. Well, I don't like warmer weather anyway. I love the sun. Absolutely love the sun. But,
I just like stability. Once it gets to be a certain temperature, if it can just stay that way for a while, my back is fine.
Yeah, that never happens in Michigan.
Yeah.
And other states too. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, well, there's different. You know, if you don't like the season, wait 5 minutes, it'll change." That happens in a lot of places.
Yes. Yeah, the heat, I don't know. I don't think I like stand the heat too well as well too. But like, I'm pale skinned, so like I burn in the sun easily as well too. Our friend Lidoquin, like they are so like fair skinned as well too. Like Irish descent as well too, or Gaelic descended, that sort of thing too. So very fair skinned as well too. They had to go out shopping for groceries as well too, and when it's like 100 in like Indiana where they lived at the time as well too, and there's the sun treated their skin so badly that the skin was cracking, and it's like crackling as well.
I don't understand how you white folk live in places where it gets real hot and sunny. Like,
we die a lot.
You just like slather on the
No, we just get skin cancer and die.
We don't even, like, my ignorant ass went with my ex-boyfriend at the time.
We don't take care of ourselves, that's truth.
Moved out to LA, and we were staying at this couple's house lesbian couple's house for about a month until we found an apartment. Because we wanted an apartment that would take pets, and it's not easy to find one, especially in downtown LA. Okay. Their apartment was in the valley, I had never been out there before. I lived in Oklahoma for 4 years. Okay. Lived in Texas for 8 months, or 9, 10 weeks or whatever when I was in boot camp.
Valley.
I had
Oh
different
my
flags,
God.
like black flag and whatever for the heat. But yeah, I lived in Oklahoma, an hour from the Texas border for 4 years. Thought I was used to heat. So we go out there, and I bought this 10-speed in a kit, to put together. So my ignorant ass is out there with an outfit like this and no sunscreen. 3 hours working on my bike. And I came in and didn't have any paint. Yeah, I didn't have any paint at first. I thought, oh, that's a little red.
And you just keep on getting more and more red.
Ben, and he's like, Jesus Christ. And I said, because I just moved my arm or something. And the difference between where the strap is, where there's no tan, and where the burn, not the tan, but where the burn is, was like difference between red paper and white paper.
Yep.
And
You're appropriating Joey's culture.
And I went to sit up, and it rubbed against that. No. You've never. I don't think any of you. Well, I don't think you two at least have ever had a bra burn. But
okay,
fuck.
yeah.
So I'm just sitting there like this, and Ben says, "I don't think we have any cream." And my landlord, basically, we rented a room, said, "Don't worry, I got you." So she got that. She put some kind of lotion on, whatever it was, and that helped a little bit with the pain and whatever. Okay, and then she put, sitting out in the kitchen working for a while, she put tea bags on it, and that really helped. It didn't completely take away the pain, but it really helped a lot. And
Tea, huh?
yeah, just plain regular tea, whatever, tea bags. Last year when I went to the Pride here in Michigan, okay, so the temperature was like 72 and sunny. Wearing basically the same outfit, except I have a green one, okay. And so I walked down there, and I was out in the sun for like 2.5 hours, and I still had the tan lines like almost a month later. Yeah, I explode in the sun, basically, Yeah.
I get burnt once, and then I just start getting browner and browner and browner.
Yeah. Mithril says, like, in good news, I had blood tests on my swollen leg, and I don't have, like, DVT, infection, or, like, any, like, cancer symptoms. That's good.
Good.
John Brockman, how you been?
I've been good. Keeping busy.
Yep.
You're irritating me, John. Ask me why. Although I did unintentional, purely unintentional. Because because I don't live next door to you, and you don't let me come over and braid that fucking beard of yours.
It's not quite long enough to braid yet.
It would look so badass.
Oh no, I have braided it. I have beard rings in my bathroom, just waiting for it to get a little bit longer.
As like the dwarves in Lord of the Rings, where you had different braids or whatever, you would look so badass with that. I love beards. Okay.
Yeah.
My second son, he wants to grow a beard big enough that he can braid. Like that's his goal in life, or at least it was he was growing up. He saw Lord of the Rings and saw the beards, the dwarven beards with the plates in it and everything. And he thought that was the coolest thing. He wanted a beard that big so he could have the plates in it.
Tell you what you don't want to do, if you want a beard, is to take HRT. Because I started in May of 2018. Okay. So up until that point, like even a week before that, I was curious. My hair.
Bi-curious?
On my leg, huh?
Bi-curious?
Oh no, honey, I'm paying. I'll take anything. So,
She's not curious anymore.
Yeah.
Bi-curious, George?
I've been knowledgeable for a long time, not curious. I could literally take the hair on my legs and part it into patterns with my fingers. So hairy I was. Pretty much 90% of my body. I haven't shaved my legs in 5 years. I have no hair below my neck. I have a little bit, that keeps trying to come out, because I haven't had electrolysis yet with the goatee area. And then, it's a little thinner on the top.
That's why I wear the hats.
I have always wondered what would happen to me if I started microdosing testosterone.
Yeah.
Grow a beard.
Yep.
You probably start making dad
I
jokes.
don't know. I'm so Lakota, I might not grow anything.
That's true.
Like that.
That's true.
Oh yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
A few scraggly hairs.
Because
and
my
you look
dad, like he grew such a tiny amount of hair on his face that he would pluck them with tweezers rather than shave.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We'll have to start calling you Shaggy from Scooby.
Yeah. You know,
Jeez.
so, yeah, you know, I, like, again, thinking back to, like, the Ask Away, and, like, only one liberal blocked me as well, too. I think a couple others have already blocked me as well, too, because they got tired of me, like, shitting on the Democrats and, like, going on about, like, capitalism, as I always do, because...
Like, I got blocked by so many liberals a while back that I don't even bother, like, when they send me friend requests, I'm like, no, you can't handle me.
Like I say on my Blue Sky, I am kind. I am not nice.
Yes.
And y'all see my feet, you know.
Oh wait, that's like it reminded me of something else. That's like speaking of Litquin, that they mentioned like on their stream.
Sure you're from Minnesota?
Friday, that's like Litquin can see me as someone a bearer of the Red Lantern ring from Green Lantern as well too. There's like
Green Lanterns operate on hope. Red Lanterns operate on rage.
yes. So like yeah. So
Yeah,
it's like
I'd heard the term Red Lantern just within the last week, but I never knew what it was.
I could totally
I
rock a
thought
Red
maybe it was
Lantern ring.
evil
then.
lanterns or something. I didn't know.
And Blue Lanterns, being the opposite of Red Lanterns, operate on joy.
yeah.
And Yellow Lanterns are the opposite of Green Lanterns. They operate on fear.
Yeah.
Or
And
your-
there's Pink Lanterns. There's
Well,
like,
I don't know. I probably have enough anxiety that I could probably power a yellow.
Oh, I'm definitely a Red Lantern.
yeah.
But red
There's
is
a
probably
cat
more my
Red
speed.
Lantern.
Yes,
The
there is
what?
a cat. There is a cat.
There's a cat. There, Red Lantern. Somebody said, "Okay, what's the most absurd thing I could make into a Red Lantern?" So, it was a stray cat adopted by this little girl, and then thieves broke into her apartment one night and killed her. And the cat was full of rage. They kicked the cat, like threw it out a window, and it was full of rage, so it got a Red Lantern ring and went from being Dexter the cat to Dexstar the Red Lantern. Killed the thieves, and now it's his mission to kill all thieves. Rescue all
That's
the little
awesome.
girls.
Can you imagine though? Like cats are, while they're small and cuddly and compact, and you think that
They're alpha predators.
docile, when they go crazy, man, they are really fucking deadly.
And yeah, and
Like,
a
they'll
cat, you know,
slash you.
let's say even a heavy cat, an 8-pound cat, okay. Now imagine, because I've seen people say this online, not me directly, but I've seen people say this online. Oh, I could beat up a tiger.
No.
White guys?
If it hit you with its paw, not its claws, just its paw, it would snap your freaking neck.
Mm-hmm.
That's without the claws.
It
People
showed
are fucking dumb.
It showed that like the person that thinks that they can take out a tiger or fight a tiger. That movie Raw. Roar.
Most people can't take out a goose. I don't even know what the fuck
A
people are
full-grown
thinking when they
goose
see
will
that shit.
break a man's arm with its wings.
They'll break your fucking legs. Are you kidding?
Yeah. They have the teeth on their.
They have teeth on their tongues.
Goose.
Trying to make it short, but I was over at a friend's house when I was about 6, way out in farm country, okay, and they were having a party, hashtag everybody was drinking, but Bobby decided he was going to go up and pet Ivan's goose, and I said, don't do that. Bobby's like, it's okay, I'm good, but Bart, I'm good, Bart. I was like, don't do that. Oh no, it's fine, it's fine. So he went up to pet the goose. So the goose grabbed him, not by the hand, reached out, snapped him right between the legs. And did not let go. And he is screaming and hollering and rolling around on the ground, and the goose is rolling with him, not letting go, and Ivan is laughing his ass off. He's laughing so hard, he's sitting on the ground laughing. Okay. His wife Carol finally was laughing too, but finally went over there and hollered. She wasn't going to touch that goose while he was pissed off. No, it's her pet goose, but she still ain't that ignorant. And it finally let go, you know, and like hissed at him, and then walked off like, "Well, you that again, motherfucker."
Hey, do ask permission to like pet other people's pets if they like allow them. But if like the pet does not want to be petted, don't pet the pet.
I know, right? It's kind of simple.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
Yeah.
when somebody like straight up warns you, don't touch that.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend named Eric that we called him Sasquatch because he's 4 inches taller than I am, and long hair. Queer, more flaming than RuPaul and Richard Simmons put together, but he's not gay. Okay, Eric. And he was visiting. He picked me up and went to 2 friends of mine at the time. Their names were Cece and Justin. And a cat named China. China didn't like anybody, including them, to pick her up or touch her. Okay, like after I was over their house probably 4 or 5 times, and I was sitting there in the morning, one morning early, farting around on a computer, and she walked up and laid on my feet for about 2 minutes. And I told Cece later that day, and he's like, "Oh my God, she loved you." One day I'm sitting there, like draped over their, artistically, of course, draped over their recliner, and China walks under my hand, and I scratched her a little bit, and she walked away. I knew better than, you know, to try to touch her, whatever. Eric chased her down one day. Now, her safe spot, well, you can't see it the way I have my background set, but her safe spot, they lived in a trailer, and their cupboards had like about an 8-inch gap from the top of the cupboard to the ceiling. She would jump up in there. He's tall enough he can reach up. And you know, and they're telling me this story, all 3 of them. And they're laughing a little bit. And Eric's saying, "Well, I was just trying to pet her, blah, blah, blah," you know, and they got all done. And I said, "You know what, Eric?" And he said, "What?" I said, "I ought to beat your fucking ass." They told you
That was
no.
my cat?
It's
My
no.
cat?
Period. I don't care what you want to do, okay? Well,
If it's
I don't
not
care
for
if
the
you were just
safety
trying
and health of the animal that you get it, then you should leave it the fuck alone.
That girl says,
Many
villages in medieval England used geese as watchdogs. I don't know what I'm looking at. What is this movie? God damn it! What is the movie? Hot Fuzz.
Oh yeah.
P.I. Staker and the Swans.
But then also he said someone found 2 missing episodes of Hartnell era Doctor Who the other day.
Ooh, yeah. Especially.
I mean, I don't remember every single one, but I have over the years seen every single episode of Doctor Who. I don't call myself a Whovian because I don't know that much about the series.
I've never even seen one.
Yeah, there's some good.
The new series is good.
But
I haven't seen it yet. So people who know the show at all know that the clips I'm about to talk about. Okay, Vincent made me cry. Okay. I choked up just thinking about it. Was it Doomsday, I think, where Rose said goodbye to the Doctor? Oh my God, that was ripping my fucking heart out. And if you think that was bad enough, the death of Donna Noble. Because they announced in the series, Donna Noble was one of the companions, and they announced in the series ahead of time that one of the major characters was going to die. She wasn't in the series like regularly at that point, you know, kind of like went to a different Doctor and companion and whatever. And she came back and took on part of his psyche, and because she did, it was killing her. And so
it's worse than dying.
Right, in a sense. He killed her. Telling her ahead of time he was going to do it, and you know, because he was trying to save her life. So he took all of her memories of Doctor Who. All of them. Because I guess he almost like the Spock with the mind meld thing, okay?
Yeah.
I didn't know they could do that, you know, until that episode.
Yeah.
Of course, they're always making up new shit.
Oh yeah. Well, the same with Star Trek and Star Wars.
Yeah. And then told his family, or her family, her dad, don't ever tell her, because if she ever remembers anything of it, it will kill her.
Yeah, the Doctor Who is something like that. One thing is just like, if I go back through the series, like Classic Who and like even New Who or like current Who as well too, I'm just going like, Okay, just tell me which episodes to skip and like which episodes to definitely watch as well too, and then like
Blink.
I was just like, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Weeping Angels. Oh my god.
Oh no, I know about that one. That one I have to see as well
Yeah.
too, because
Mhm.
like
Stephen
Kurt
Moffat is a
Russell-
great writer and a terrible showrunner.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Classic Who is like I can definitely recommend from Classic Who like Tom Baker, the one miniseries serial that like Douglas Adams wrote, The Pirate Planet. That one is a good one. Douglas Adams like is a good one.
A lot of people say that Tom Baker was their favorite, and I liked him a lot.
Well, he did it for the most
I
part.
like Christopher Eccleston because he
I
brought
like
a
him too.
snark to the series that I hadn't seen before. There was a little bit of it here and there, especially with John Pertwee.
Oh yeah, I love John Pertwee too.
But he was really sarcastic a lot of times with good reason,
Stupid apes.
And then
Not the planets have a north.
and then of course his porn name, his last name is 10 Inch, but David Tennant, okay,
Yes.
He's so
came
pretty.
in right after that, okay, and was the doctor for 10 years, okay. And so when Matt Smith came along, I was like, no, I'm not gonna watch it. Come on. And then somebody sent me a clip of if you look up on YouTube, what's up, Owen?
Yeah, he says that Christopher Eccleston is the best doctor. It's like honestly,
If you look up on YouTube, Owen, if you look up, you put in YouTube search box, you put in Doctor Who, basically run. It is my absolute favorite clip until the Vincent episode of Matt Smith playing the Doctor.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, hope you're well too, Owen. We're just like sitting around chatting because I didn't prepare everything as well too. But like that reminds me of like the topic, one topic I want to bring up, and then I switch to like the topics midway. Because like I guess like this is how anti-capitalist it is, and this was a conversation I brought up on like Steve Jobs Askaway as well too. Of like wealth as well too. Well, okay, this is my frustration with like liberals, of course, as well too. They seem to be okay with like some wealth inequality of some kind as well too, believing that like
Some people are just better than others.
and that's
That's literally what goes through their heads.
yeah. Or like some people deserve like to have success as well too, because
And if you don't have the profit motive, why would anyone do anything for anyone else?
is
And
okay.
the only people who deserve
And granted, he's a
things are
conservative.
people
Granted, he's a conservative, but Shapiro has literally said he didn't understand why anybody would want to retire. Maybe because they're not doing a job where they just sit at a fucking desk all day. How about that, buddy?
I know, right?
And also, they enjoy spending time with their wives.
A wet vagina is a medical condition. I know. My wife's a doctor. Oh, Ben, your wife.
My
is
two favorite
so
comebacks
nice to
that I've
you.
come up with over the years. One was a asshole was criticizing one of my family members for saying on their Facebook that they were bi, and if people didn't like it, oh well, and he's like, God this and God that, and I said, well, why don't you live her life? Why don't you let her live? You live your life and let her live hers. Was all I said. Sometimes I'm polite the first time. Sometimes I'm polite the first time. Sometimes, okay. And I was. And then I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was basically like, bite my ass or, fuck off or something like that. And oh, we're going to go that way. So I said, shut up, bitch, or I'll suck your daddy's dick and make you my stepchild. and that family member's mother, who is also on Facebook, reached out to me 30 seconds later and said, I see where she gets her mouth from. And the other one was, some troll was ranting and raving on somebody else's list, not mine.
Okay, yeah.
About trans people, whatever. It's a trans woman, okay. And he said something to her about something along the lines of he was gonna, a real man should show her what real dick is or something like that, whatever. Which is threatening assault. But anyway,
Yeah.
I said, shut up or I'll find out where you live and I'll teach your wife what an orgasm really is. He didn't care for that one.
But no, it's like so this is always like a common thing with like liberals as well too. We could be just like Sweden, where they have like less homeless people as well too. So you're okay with there being some homeless people, and that's my problem as well too. Oh, but then and
Well, if people aren't afraid, why would they work?
But like this is like in a kind of like a intellectual topic to discuss as well too about like what is wealth technically as well too, and like because I'm kind of so anti-capitalist that like I'm against like I don't know. It's just like so depending on how you define wealth as well too. The profits is like you really have to convince me that like profits is a good thing. We can it's a as a concept and we can keep around as well too. Because like in my concept of like capitalism as well too, profits is where it's like you're exploiting someone. Most of the time it's the workers, or other times the consumer. Because either to order to make a profit.
Every single billionaire exploits people. Every single one, even the ones you like, even your favorite.
Yes.
And one of the
So do
ones
millionaires.
that I can tolerate the most, I still disagree with him like on 90% of shit, but I can tolerate the most is Mark Cuban. And he's still a billionaire because he exploits people, flat out. I've also had people who are Democrats say, well, I believe in a UBI for some people.
Then is how
So
is that
not a
your-
UBI, just a BI.
It's a BI maybe, but it's not a UBI. And I'm just like, you know, my shell concept, which y'all can see on my politics page,
Right,
whatever. But, you know, I don't feel any sympathy whatsoever for MAGA regretters, you know, regretting their vote, et cetera, et cetera. You know, you got the day you voted for. However, that does not mean that I want them to go without food, without shelter, without life, without whatever. Okay, I don't.
Without education.
Without education, yeah. I don't.
I'll pull the leopards off their faces.
Tupac said it like best. It's like, listen, you can still be a racist. You should still have like be able to have a full life as well too. Just not because you're a racist doesn't mean you can come to my house and be like, welcome to my table as well too.
Right.
You can sit there at your own table as well too.
Well, it's all well and good when somebody who's a full-blown bigot decides, oh, you know what? I might be a bigot. I think I'm gonna grow from that. Don't expect me to like
Forgive
have
you.
sympathy for you somehow that you were a bigot. Like,
Right.
I
I
get
was.
it. It was conditioning from your parents and your grandparents, and you didn't really have a choice in the matter. But you get to be a certain age, and that choice is suddenly clear, and you've chosen to be a bigot.
Right.
And so choosing to grow from that bigotry doesn't garner any sympathy from me. And it doesn't mean I have to forgive you.
Right.
And it doesn't mean that I have to invite you to the barbecue, as it were.
Right.
Especially
you and I
since
have
you're
had
going to
this
bring some
discussion.
really, really shitty potato salad.
Right. That too,
With fucking raisins in it. Nasty.
you know, or coleslaw. I don't. Okay, Joey and I have had this another conversation too. I fucking hate mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Okay, I've willingly put a lot
Racist.
of things in my mouth and swallowed. Mayonnaise has never been one of them. Okay. But yeah, I
Or
was
geeks
like that.
like sitting there going, I wouldn't know if mayonnaise is good.
Right. Yeah.
It's probably vegan
I was
mayonnaise.
Like that. I was like
There
that
is.
until my very early 30s. You know, and even Joey and I were talking about this the other day. Even like within the last 10 years, I don't remember exactly when it was, but I want to say about 6 or 7 years ago. I had a friend on Facebook that was a really good friend of mine, and I made a thoughtless comment in support of that community. Wasn't what I thought it was. And they tried to point that out to me. And instead of going, oh, well, you know, they're from that community and I maybe should fucking listen to them and whatever, I doubled down on it because I got defensive. And I lost that friendship. I've lost a couple other ones doing similar. And then
It
finally,
happens to the best of us. It's
my dad
not
used to say
easy.
about me, if there was a hard way to do something, I'd find it. So I finally was like, you know, I told Joey this story about there was a group that I follow on Facebook, and somebody made a comment that I thought was transphobic, and I jumped their shit. And come to find out it wasn't, and they and another person in that group didn't jump my shit back, but explained to me that, et cetera, et cetera. So instead of doubling down, instead of waiting 10 minutes or whatever and typing furiously, I waited a whole day. Didn't go back to that group at all, whatever, waited a whole day, went back and reread it and saw that I was wrong, and et cetera, and why I was wrong. And I came in to that comment and I tagged both of them and I apologized to them. Said that I was wrong, and they didn't owe me anything. Okay. And I still follow those two people to this day. But said that I was wrong, and I apologized to them, and they said I don't want to say this, because it's text, so you can't really get, body language, whatever, but I could tell they were surprised that I came in and apologized, and it's kind of sad in a way, you know what I mean? That people can't, and I'm not perfect with it by any stretch of the imagination. I hope I'm better than I was 4 years ago, but I remember reading somewhere, your first thought is what you're taught. The second thought is what you think. So if you can, take time to step back and look at things and go, maybe I was wrong here, or maybe I misunderstood, or, whatever.
There's a lot of people, I think, also that struggle with internalized bigotry, and that can be one of the hardest things to get yourself broken from using, is that internalized bigotry. Like, for example, it's easy enough for me to say things like everybody deserves education and food and water, and it's not as easy for me to feel like I'm working hard enough. Like, I can feel like there's times where I feel like I'm not working hard enough. And I shouldn't be that way, because everybody deserves a basic life.
Right.
And better than survival, they deserve to thrive. And there's no reason for me to hold myself to this standard that shouldn't even be a standard that we hold each other to anymore. Like, we have the technology, we have the availability that everybody can have shelter, everybody can have food, everybody can have water. We can provide for everybody.
It's that whole puritanical, if you're not working.
Yeah, like
the Protestant
work
work
ethic bullshit that I know that I've internalized. And that isn't as easy to get yourself free from, is the internalized bigotry.
Women and misogyny, trans people, and there are trans people who are transphobic.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Blair White and Caitlyn Jenner.
Well, and look at how many trans people are NB-phobic.
Yeah, that Angel. Right. Buck Angel. But yeah, NB-phobic, or I've had a couple other conversations with people, that all of you know, where we were talking about like the racism in the drag community and the transphobia in the drag community. And the Turks that are lesbian, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, Just, I remember talking to someone a long time ago when I first started exploring the different communities online, how, in a way I guess I shouldn't have been, but how surprised I was at how bigoted some people in marginalized communities are. Even towards their own communities, but especially toward other communities.
Yeah, lateral bigotry. Yep. I mean, internalized bigotry gets reflected out as lateral bigotry. Like, it's a simple fact, there's just a lot of, like, for example, Native Americans who have been, who have grown up being labeled in such a way as they've internalized those labels, they reflect them out, and they use them to hate on other Native Americans. And typically these people will also, they become like a support, like a crutch for white supremacy. Because they have fallen for the same bigotry, and they've internalized it, and now they're reflecting it out on other people in a form of lateral bigotry that basically it, like, how can you love yourself if you are taught to hate yourself? Like, it's a really difficult thing to try to overcome, and it's so difficult to overcome that you end up hating on your own people.
Right.
Because you hate them so much. And I think that that is one of the few things that white people can kind of understand as they grow, because so many other white people haven't grown. It becomes easy to start hating white people if you're a white people.
Who is it? There's a black content creator, I can't think of what their name or their page name or whatever it is, that sells t-shirts that say, I'm tired of white people and I'm a white people.
I say that on my stream a lot of like how much like white people sucks, and like sometimes a white liberal says like, you talk about how white people sucks, yet you're white, and it's just like, yeah, because I'm like going against white supremacy.
But it's the caution is not to hate white people so much that you end up internalizing the bigotry and hating on yourself, like in a prejudicial way.
Yeah.
And I mean,
know what I mean?
The way I look at it,
unless you're Ben Shapiro, he should hate himself.
Right.
He should absolutely hate himself. Absolutely.
And Matt Gaetz, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk,
all
Republicans.
All Republicans. A lot of Democrats.
It's the leadership of the Democrats, the conservative Democrats, as well too.
Fucking Chuck Schumer.
I'm so tired of shitlibs.
Yeah. Oh, so so like that was like so I kind of questioned of like what is wealth and is like that, and like I definitely say like no, it's like not good to hoard wealth. Gather wealth is like, okay, if you have a cookie and then saving the cookie for later, I guess that's like kind of technically wealth as well too. So it's like having a stockpile of just food and that sort of wealth too. But like definitely when you're hoarding so much wealth more than you need as well too, that's where it's like I have a problem, and that's where it's like the capitalist mode of productions I have a problem with, because like capitalists are encouraged to like hoard wealth and then invest it later as well too.
Homelessness and poverty and all the evils that stem from poverty are not a bug in the system. They're a feature of capitalism, flat out.
So is bigotry.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well,
you have
capitalism and racism go hand in hand.
Anything that divides the working class.
Somebody posted on my Facebook, I had a response, something along, I was talking about this topic in general, and they said, no war but class war. And I think that's
I can
valid.
get with that up to an extent, because some people, like, they are, like, not even understanding that there is literally racism in the world.
Oh yeah, there's class first leftists and class reductionists that like believe.
Exactly.
It was on Facebook. I shared it the other day. I think it's the History Wizard, what he calls himself.
Okay.
Said that the whole no war but class war thing is bullshit, because you have to also take into account all the bigotry in the world. You have to fight that too.
Agreed.
One of my John and Jane cartoons, he talks about leaving the worst part of Christianity. I'm no longer in that fundamentalist Christianity. You know, I'm just in the regular Christianity. She goes, oh, okay, cool. She goes, what's that behind you? And he says, what? Oh, nothing. She goes, sure. And it's like suitcase, baggage, luggage, baggage, okay? And it's transphobia and homophobia and racism and, you know, xenophobia and whatever, you know. Because a lot of people, especially atheists,
I hated that about the fucking atheist community. Like they
Why I
and
don't
they
hang
would
out
get
with them anymore.
so swell-headed about, yeah, I left religion behind, and I'm just like, but you're a bigot.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
No,
I
I'm
know.
rational.
swell-headed
I get the
about
right
it.
answer to the easiest question in the world.
Exactly.
Aaron
I
Ross,
am-
another asshole.
I
like
am
that. He stood up.
rational.
He apparently, somebody said, stood up during one of the conventions that they had. They were talking about philosophy and something. I forget what it was. And he goes, "Yeah, but what does this have to do with atheism? None of this has to do with atheism."
That was a common refrain.
One, so fucking what? Okay, and two, if you don't have a god figure or gods, and someone asks you, as an example, someone asks you on what you base your ethics. Okay. And I hate to say this, but Dawkins had a great answer on a panel he was on. We said on looking at different ethical systems, reasoned discussion, debate, discourse on it. Okay. Of course, this is Dawkins, so no, fuck him. But well, when the atheist community in atheist community of Boston, and then the atheist experience. I didn't think of the name of the show. I've worked behind the scenes on the show for well over a year. You'd think I would, you know, every once in a while YouTube will show me one of the clips with, I forget what show he's on now, with Matt and a couple other people. I'm like, Black. No interest in seeing that motherfucker. But yeah, they I left religion and I'm cool and I'm badass and I'm smarter than, especially, it's no different than, in a lot of ways, than conspiracy theorists.
I can't be transphobic. I'm dating a trans woman.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly like saying I can't be racist. I'm dating a black person.
What the hell is her name? Amber?
How can I be misogynist when I so badly want to have sex on a woman?
Right.
Sex on a woman? So they're like property?
On a woman.
I'm choosing my prepositions carefully there.
I figured you were, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, Richard Spencer had, like, an Asian, like, significant other as well, too. So it's just like, and that's a common thing amongst them as well, too.
Well, look at, what's the name of that one guy? Oh, he was most famous for putting something up his bum and saying that's
Tommy Robinson?
No. Oh, wait, no. Gavin.
He's got a Native American wife.
Oh, Gavin McInnes.
He can't be racist.
Gavin McInnes, yes.
Yes. He says
I've never even heard of it.
because he's married to a Native American.
Leader of the Proud
And
Boys.
I'm just like, that's like saying I can't be a colonizer because I'm married to a Native American. It doesn't make any fucking sense. You can colonize the fuck out of it. Like, you just
J.D.
colonize
Vance?
Yeah, J.D. Vance,
Mitch McConnell?
Yep.
There's plenty of tokens that go off and marry white men. And then start, well, he can't be racist. Look at who he's married to.
What's your
Clarence and Jenny
what's your
Thomas.
quote for that, Joey, about tokens?
Yeah, tokens get spent.
I mean, Maya Leonopoulos talks about, like, a lot how he has, like, a black boyfriend as well, too.
No. He's not gay anymore.
That's right.
He's still married to his black husband, but he's not gay anymore.
I disagree with you,
He found
Metro.
Jesus
So,
again.
Metro says you're welcome to shout at me, but the highly rigid mindset, and I'm not saying that he's completely wrong. The highly midget mindset, yeah. The highly rigid mindset, shut up, Joey, of many of today's fundamentalists in power is a reaction to the rigidity of Dawkins and his chum. No, it's not a reaction. And the reason I say that is because I was in the cult until I was in my early 30s, long before Dawkins was even a name anywhere. Okay. All that stuff, the rigidity of fundamentalists is and has always been there. It's just been more in the news the last 20, 30 years, but it's always been, always.
We still use that term, puritanical.
We literally had a bonfire on our church property, because our church was outside city limits, of course. So we literally had a bonfire on our church property when I was a teenager and burned rock records. Passed Jack Chick Tracks out, which are hilarious. But passed those out. I don't think a person of color in any way, shape, or form has ever crossed the doors of that church.
I once used the Bible to start a sweat lodge fire. That shit burned really well.
Bible pages make for great joints.
It is.
I believe that.
I don't know if the ink, though, might be poisonous, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the concepts in it are, so, you know.
Okay, so the afternoon drive time radio show I used to listen to as well too, like the men's room, is like one time they needed paper in order to make joints as well too, and their friend who happens to be Catholic says, "Hey, there's pages of the Bible you can use." It's like, hey, listen, I'm not religious, but I don't want to go to hell. Are you sure it's okay to use like pages of the Bible? There's 2 blank pages of the Bible you can easily use.
I'm not religious, but
I don't want to go to hell. Whatever.
And people over the years have, I love my response to it. People over the years have threatened me with hell. And I say, well, you know what? Here's the thing, Bucky. There's as much proof for your deity as there is for Paul Bunyan. Paul Bunyan has a book. Paul Bunyan has multiple books written by multiple authors, just like in the Bible. Okay? Paul Bunyan has oral tales. Paul Bunyan has what you might call evidence. For example, the Great Lakes were formed by his ox babes' cloven hooves when rainwater filled it in. Okay, so when you tell me that you're threatening me with hell, that is about as scary to me as me telling you that if you don't suck up to Paul Bunyan, that you're going to be skating on bacon skates for the rest of eternity on the giant flapjack griddle up in the sky.
It has always cracked me up to be threatened with hell by Christians. Because I was born and raised a heathen.
And agnostics burn me the fuck up, and I'll tell you why. Okay, because they're like, well, you know, I'm you know, because I consider myself that for a while. I'm an agnostic atheist. Okay, and I said, all right, but here's the thing. Okay, are you agnostic about Paul Bunyan? Seriously, not saying it as a debate tactic or whatever. Are you seriously agnostic about the fact that, you know, a Paul Bunyan character might exist and be a god?
Just start using other people's gods, because most people are agnostic about other people's gods too.
And be a god, okay. What you are agnostic of, what you're saying is, though, that you would allow the potential of the existence of this deity, but not anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because of cultural...
What they mean is they're agnostic about the Christian God. That's
right.
it.
Yeah.
Cultural, familial, and societal pressure.
Yep.
That's why. Okay?
My mom was one of those frustratingly spiritual but not religious. Like, she believed in an afterlife. She believed in a creating being.
I believe in the nice
She
parts.
had walked away from Catholicism by the time she was 6 years old.
That sounds like a deist.
And so she basically had belief, but not religion.
Mm-hmm.
And she married my dad, and my dad didn't have any religion at all, except for Lakota traditions,
Yeah.
which is loosely a religion.
Yeah.
It's not exactly like organized religion.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of things that are different about it. I literally had to talk my way and convince my way into the clergy project, because they were like, I don't think that Lakota traditions are a religion. And so you can't be a religious leader.
Right.
And I'm like, do you know how racist that sounds?
Right, exactly. And
so
here's the thing,
I, like,
so many atheists over the years, when I was dabbling into Taoism, told me that Taoism wasn't a religion. Buddhism wasn't a religion, because it didn't have gods. Okay, well, first of all, some people worship it in that manner, where there are
They
gods.
do
But
have
some people
gods.
don't. Okay, some people treat it as just a philosophy, some people, but you don't have to have a deity to have a religion.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to believe any.
Listen to some Marxists.
And there's plenty of atheists that are still in religions.
Yeah, they
Right.
did. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
And the whole thing about I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. I don't have a religion. Yes, you do. You just
Yeah.
practice it differently.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all. I used to say I'm just spiritual, not religious. It's like basically I'm still a Catholic. I just don't practice regularly, honestly.
Or as Darryl Bryan said when somebody asked him, his first response I thought was pretty good. I liked the second one better, but he says, I don't talk much about religion anymore. He says, because I'm an atheist, but still Catholic. Because he's Irish.
Yeah.
And then the other was, I'm an atheist. He says, he says, but your man, he was talking to someone in a shop, but your man asked me, he says, so are you a Protestant atheist or a Catholic atheist?
Yep, exactly.
I think that's one of the most honest things that Richard Dawkins ever admitted to was that he is culturally still Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, he grew up Christian. He celebrates Christmas and Easter and all that stuff. Yeah.
I celebrate Christmas with my family, but to me it's Yule.
Yeah, Yule, exactly.
But,
You will be sorry. You're not a Christian.
We celebrate Christmas, but it's in the modern Americanized,
cultural.
Coca-Cola Christmas.
Yeah, the cultural
Yeah.
Christmas. See, Mr. Osset's been studying culture and fundamentals for 40 years to push to power in the political spaces we are seeing now. It's comparable, though it's a comparatively new phenomenon when people oppose your natural urge is to put yourself in a position where you can have power over your opponents will too. Yeah, I can definitely see that, and also the God we trust. Money is
Metro. Okay, so what do you mean by? Give me the time frame of comparatively new. Because this goes back.
Because oppression is back and queer people are back. And black is back. Disco. Queer as hell and black as hell.
This goes back a half a century. Because look at what happened with Reagan and the moral majority.
Well,
although, to be fair to Mithril, maybe they're talking about not just the U.S., but also England, or the U.K., I should say. Because the situation, to my knowledge, what knowledge I have, because I don't have that much knowledge of it, is a little bit different there. Like there is an official church in England. And I've seen many comedians say, yeah, there's an official church. I don't know what it says because I don't go to church, but there is an official one. That would not be the case in America. If we had an official church, we'd have a lot more. There weren't as many witch burnings as people believe, but that and
No, we wouldn't burn people. We'd stone them because it's more painful.
Yeah. It's like Chris Rock and
That's that Christian love.
As Chris Rock said in Dog Black, you can say I was martyred. You can also say I was bludgeoned to death by huge ass fucking rocks.
Right. That's one of my favorite movies.
Oh yeah, it's a great movie. Let's see. What to think about now as well too.
I've been making friends with some stray cats.
Oh, nice.
Aw, cute.
Feeding them, nice.
No, just sitting outside and petting them.
Oh, okay. Because some people do take care of the stray cats, feed a colony as well too.
My God, my second husband was so frustratingly. I don't even know what to call it. He fed all of the outside cats that he could fucking find. He just kept putting out more and more and more food. The more cats showed up, the more food he put out. He just kept feeding the cats, and they weren't all strays. A lot of them were just indoor cats from somebody else's house. And they were just coming over to eat, and we had an indoor-outdoor cat, Ivan. He was so chill. He did not get territorial with other cats. He was so friendly with other cats. He was like, hey, sup, friend? And just invited over all the other cats. And so all the cats started showing up to eat out of the freaking bowls plural of food that Eric had put out, and we just kept getting more and more cats, and I'm just like, this has got to stop, babe.
Yeah.
It's got to stop. We can't feed all of the neighborhood cats. They're not even strays. You understand this, right? Look at them all. They're all fat. And you're the reason they're all fat.
Yeah. Well, I used to watch like a YouTube channel that was like for kittens as well too, and like one thing that they will always like try to do is like make sure like of the stray cats in the colonies as well too that they're spayed and neutered as well too, so like there's not like overpopulation of them as well too.
Yeah, there's a spay and neuter program here in South Dakota because so many farm cats will have babies and they're spreading feline leukemia. And that's been a problem in our state. And so what they've done is they've passed laws saying that each veterinarian center has to do so many free spay and neuters every year on farm cats. And so farmers bring in their cats and get them spayed and neutered to try to get rid of this feline leukemia that we got all over the state.
People want to get a cat and then they can't have it because they move or whatever, or they don't want to deal with it, or something happens, and they just take them out in the woods and leave them.
And then they find their way onto somebody's farm or ranch.
They'll drop them off near a farm, exactly. It happens a lot around here. Puppies, too. Y'all should, I'll have to post it sometime. Y'all should read my letter from a puppy.
So one thing, if you don't know, like how to tell if a cat has been spayed or neutered, they'll cut off a tip of their one of their ears as well too.
I think we should spay and neuter people who voted for Trump.
Well, that was put by younger brother, so yes.
Well,
I second that motion.
The GOP/shitlib is a mind virus, so it can be transmitted through other than hereditary means, but I don't have too much of a problem with that either. So.
Well, look at how many fucking followers that Charlie Kirk asshole had.
Yeah.
Charlie Twerk? I will forever call him Charlie Twerk. You know?
And then they fucking lowered the damn flags for that asshole.
He did.
And now his wife is getting passed around like a bong.
At a very... What'd you say?
And now his wife is getting passed around like a bong.
Right. He did have a slight, I think maybe a tiny change of heart at the end, because he did lean to the left.
Before he spurted blood.
Yeah, his unexpected and inexplicable neck rupture.
I have a meme that I made of his picture, deep and all. And the top of it says something along the lines of some marginalized groups just want to live their lives in peace. His picture, and at the bottom it says triggered.
What was that last word?
Triggered.
Oh.
Again, Charlie Cook lost the gun debate. He did not see that coming.
Right. Now, I saw this meme where it said, Charlie Kirk lost his life to gun violence, and then the other guy that started Turning Point lost his life to COVID, supposedly, but then I went and looked, and there's no actual, any news stories or whatever that say that he did. There's a lot of rumors going around, but nothing that specifically says that he did. It would be poetic justice, but...
Oh, John Brockman, can you, is it possible for me to share, do you... Okay, no, it is possible for me to share.
Should be.
Okay, I'll, no, I see it right now. I have the options to go to. Good. Okay. Because I got some fun things I want to share. Well, I'm going to find it first. I posted in our Discord as well, too. So first, I'm just going to, share the screen, just the screen, because, this has to be shared right now, as we're too, because, my weekend is booked. Friday the 13th, and then yesterday was Pi Day, and now today, the Ides of March.
Dun, 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 dun.
If only just Julius Caesar just listened to the people who said beware of the Ides of March as well too, but he was arrogant bastard.
I think my next weekend is gonna be booked too, but for different reasons.
Yes.
Nobody ever understands it when I've said that to people. Et tu, Brute?
Yeah.
I did.
People are like,
I did.
huh? What is
And
that?
some people don't know Shakespeare. That's it.
Okay, so let me see. Raise your hand, or at least some other way. Acknowledge. Hold on a second, because I know Metro will. Let me go back to the chat so I can look at that for a second. It's Bouquet. Y'all don't know that reference? Fuck you.
Sorry.
guys.
I know 42, but sorry.
Okay. Mrs. Bucket, but she calls herself Bouquet, in her husband Richard in Keeping Up Appearances. Metro says, I hated that show. I did, it was a comedy and there were funny parts, but I did because,
Mithril just admitted to watching TV. That's why he has to pay his license. Fuck you, Mithril.
People, no, again. People, put up with their bullshit, basically. There was Richard. She yelled, Richard! And then what was her friend's name, Metro?
Memphis is going to hate you to ask the question to try to get him to remember the show.
Elizabeth? Now, as I said earlier, I hate the British government. Not as much as I hate my own, but I do hate the British government. Okay.
It's the liberals in charge there as well.
I don't
But I
hate
still
all
want to
British
go to
people.
Scotland.
Oh, I absolutely want to go to Scotland.
Oh yeah, Scott.
Ireland first, of course, but definitely Scotland.
I want to go to Edinburgh and have lunch when the businessmen all come out, because most of them are in kilts.
I'll be the inspector. Anyway, but so
A lot of skid marks.
have you seen? I'm sure you have, Mithril. Have you seen? And I'm going to go on with this because that way, because of the delay, it gives Mithril time to answer. Still game. I have all of that.
Series?
Series. It was about two old Scottish farts that ran a kind of almost like a corner 7-Eleven. That's what I said. It was about social climate, stuff harder than Bubba. Yeah. I loved Are You Being Served? The Are You Being Served? Yeah, was pretty good, but especially the first one. Mrs. Slocum, always talking about how she liked to feed her pussy. And how they gave a salute, of this. It's not the peace sign, by the way.
Yeah, it's backwards as well too. This is basically like a fuck you and like you.
Red Dwarf, I absolutely love Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf is awesome. The first 8, yeah.
Huge fan of Monty Python. And then, but my favorite, I have all 37 years, and I found this finally on one of my hard drives intact, Joey. All 37 years of Last of the Summer Wine. It's the longest running TV show, to my knowledge, ever.
37 years. You have all 72 episodes?
It was started in 1973, and it ended in 2010, in part because like a third of the original cast had died. But, when Campo, who Mithril knows who I'm talking about, when Campo died, I literally cried my ass off. My boyfriend at the time told me there's a new Last of the Wine episode coming out today. I said, oh, cool, because he's already seen it. He said, no. He said, you're going to cry. Now what? I said, you're going to cry. I'm not going to tell you why. He said, but I'm just going to let you know ahead of time. And I cried my ass off at his death. The original actor had died during the off-season, and Roy Clark was the main writer, and he wasn't sure whether to write that into the series or not, because a few others that had passed away, he said, they moved to Australia or whatever, so they're out of the show. But they actually wrote his death into the show, and in a beautiful, I hate choking up when I think about that, in a beautiful and funny way. Okay. Great series. And it's just about 3 old retired guys and all the trouble they get into. Very simple. Like one of them is they decide, because they walking in the back English countryside, and they see a huge oak tree, and they decide to climb up into it to relive their boyhood, and they're too scared to get down. That's the whole plot of the whole episode. But it's hilarious, absolutely worth watching. If anybody wants to watch it, and I'm sure it's on, something somewhere. You know.
Oh, guess which piece of propaganda
Exactly.
I have been watching lately?
Oh,
The
Lord.
MCU?
Dark Winds.
Ooh,
The what?
I'm not familiar with
It's
Dark
actually
Winds.
really good.
Okay.
Dark Winds?
Darkwing Duck?
That's something else.
Darkwing Duck.
Let's get dangerous.
It's called Dark Winds, and
Okay, Dark
it's the whole premise is it's about these BIA policemen in Navajo country,
Oh.
and they're Navajo too, and it's set in like I want to say in the 60s and 70s sometime.
Yeah. So according
Jim
to,
Chi
like,
and Joe
Wikipedia.
Leaphorn?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is based on Tony Hillerman. Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
It's actually pretty good.
yeah.
I like it.
All right.
They have-
They tried to
Developed a
adapt Tony
lot.
Hillerman once upon a time. They got one of the Native American people who's allowed to be an actor to play Jim Chi.
Yeah. Yeah.
They think it was the guy who played Kicking Wing in Joe Dirt.
Oh yeah.
You mean it wasn't John Wayne or who the fuck was the other one? Charles.
Bronson.
Bronson?
No. The hell is
Charles
it?
Ricardo
Bronson
Montalban?
actually was part Native American.
Oh, okay.
He was.
And yet he
played
made so many white
Moses.
supremacist movies.
He played Moses in The Greatest Story Ever Told.
Charlton Heston?
Yes.
Oh.
yeah.
Played an indigenous person.
Yeah,
What was the name of that guy whose his
I haven't
Hollywood
met him, but I
name
will
was
definitely go check it
Iron
out.
Eyes Cody, and his original name was like something Italian. I can't remember what his.
Oh yeah, I know.
Or are
I
you talking
know
about
who
the
you're
Crying
talking-
Indian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the tear. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was mentally ill.
Petro says, have you ever heard of Watching Shiv? There's a character who is a pre-bouquet, much funnier, at least the first few series. I'll have to check that out.
No.
Oh, there's a TV show about two old queens. Not married, but living together for decades. It stars Ian McKellen and Derek Jacobi.
Oh, nice.
Well, that sounds cool.
And they're like really mean to one another, but they really care about
And
one
then
another.
Waiting
It's
for
very British.
God. Waiting for God was awesome, I thought. About two people in a nursing home. Assisted living facility, but it was supposed to be a nursing home. Waiting for God, Vicar Dibley, I love Don Cranston. Vicar Dibley, and what was the other one that was along that line? Oh, As Time Goes By, with Judi Dench and the guy with her husband.
I like some of the British movies.
Mhm.
Like I just saw one the other day called like the Thursday Murder Club or something like that.
Oh,
That was a lot of fun.
interesting. Haven't
You
heard
should
of
check out Gosford Park.
it. Oh yeah, I heard really good things about that. one.
Gosford Park.
Yep. It's set in like the 30s, I think, on a big British estate, and it's the whole upstairs downstairs thing. You got all the rich people upstairs partying, and the servants downstairs dealing with their bullshit. And the guy who owns the manor is like the center of all of this upper class bullshit, and he ends up getting murdered. And so,
Dun
It's-
dun dun.
yeah, and you have this police inspector played by Stephen Fry, who comes in and is kind of useless. He just sort of wanders around gently questioning all the upper class people about the many, many reasons they all have to have killed him. And the curious thing is that he was both poisoned and stabbed.
Almost reminds me of the movie Shot in the Dark, but like starring P.O.E. Sellers as well too. Anyway, I wanted to quickly share some fun things as well too. Now I'm going to make sure to share sound as well and share.
So the show is called Succession? Nicole, is that it? Or
You know, Peter Sellers and I share a birthday.
Ooh, that's neat. I think I share a birthday
right?
with fortunately I share a birthday with Thomas Jefferson. That's
I share a birthday with the moon landing.
Oh, nice. But I also share a birthday with Tom Hanks.
That
And
fake shit.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna share.
I share a birthday with one of the best people to share a birthday with in the world.
Hitler?
Nah, it was my second choice. Jim Henson.
Oh no, that's a good like choice. That's a good.
That's a
business
good-
I didn't know that till about
Muppet
5
Show.
years ago, and I was like, holy shit, yeah. I love the Muppet. Oh my god, the Muppet Show. It's time to start to me. It's time. I can sing the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then all the stars they had on there because it was a kids show. Yeah, sure it was.
I used to
John Denver
watch
and
that
Alice
show.
Cooper
I
and Harry
love
Belafonte.
that show.
Yeah, I absolutely
It was like
love that show.
the Muppet Show was like aired worldwide, and it has like such like high viewership. It's like in so many countries too. So it's like
And then a few years back, they did.
Gonzo was my favorite.
yeah, Gonzo's very
Who?
Gonzo.
Gonzo.
The guy
Big
with
nose,
the
big dick.
nose.
A few years back, they did around Christmas time, and I don't remember if Henson was still alive then or not. I don't think he was. But anyway, so they did. The Muppets did a cover of Bohemian Rhapsody,
Oh yes, I don't think
and
he
that
was
went
alive.
viral like crazy.
They
So
wanted,
now
like,
they've
Wendy
got
too.
like. They do Christmas stuff too, but they have like Animal and the Swedish Chef and
Ding dong,
yeah,
ding
Animal
dong.
and the Swedish Chef and Beaker singing Carol of the Bells.
Yeah, I was familiar with that one. The Muppet Show was made in the UK originally, but no like American channel would like pick it up.
What's
I
that?
wouldn't be.
Spanish song that they also do.
Feliz
I don't
Navidad.
No, not a Christmas song. It's a regular song
I don't know.
that they
Or
do with the
Cucaracha?
Muppets. That they've got. They use Beaker. What's his name? Swedish Chef.
right?
And I can't remember which other Muppet it is. Or maybe it's just the two of them. And they do this classic Spanish song. And I forget what the fuck it's called. But
Probably, like,
it
Habanera.
starts out. Huh?
Habanera.
Yes, that's it.
And it is Animal. All three of them.
Is it Animal
yeah.
too?
It was Animal in that one, yeah. I did see that video.
Oh, come on, give me the link. Right there, right there. Boom, right there.
That one's one of my favorites. I love that one.
All right, I'm going to just like share my screen now.
I've seen
and
this one. I remember this one now. I've seen it.
I'm going to like share something with like everyone now. It's just a fun little thing as well too. All right.
Doggy. Oh, dear.
11
Okay.
for her persuasion check on getting a treat. Well, a snack.
I don't think that's gonna be good enough, baby. Also, this is our dinner, and you've already had yours.
Well, she did ask nicely first.
But wait, I have another one I have to share.
Oh my
but
god,
that
that's awesome.
yeah, that was great because of like dog as well too. But now, if we're brave to current events, we got a game show for you.
Welcome back to Is It War? World War I. War. Correct. World War II. War. Correct. The Vietnam War. War. Oh, I'm sorry, Carl. That was a congressionally authorized counteroffensive. Don't worry, we get right back on track with the Korean War. War. No, that was police action.
No, they had tanks and stuff.
Well, the police have tanks now, don't they, Carl? Okay, the First and Second Iraq War.
War.
They identify as military action. It's a bit like pronouns, except we kill people. All right, how about Libya?
War.
I'm sorry, that was kinetic action, not a war. Venezuela.
Well, that's a war, I think.
No, I'm sorry, that was a law enforcement operation, not a war. Iran.
It's a war. We're doing war things.
No, not war things. Preemptive retaliatory de-escalation action.
No, that's not a thing.
All right,
That's,
judges. Okay, how about war on terror?
war.
No, it was a coalition-led conditional operation. How about Afghanistan?
Afghanistan
war on
was
drugs?
terror.
No, I'm sorry, that was a pre-authorized defense stabilization initiative.
Okay, can somebody tell me the rules here?
War on poverty, Carl.
Well, poverty. That's not even
I'm
a thing.
sorry, I
we can-
hate to do this to you. It was a trick question. We don't have poverty in the United States. The Dow went up to 50,000. Couldn't even get that high. Amazing. Don't even worry about the Epstein files. War on Christmas.
The coffee cup thing? No, that's not a war.
It is a war for the soul of the nation and whether or not I can wish my children Merry Christmas.
Okay, you know what? I quit. I don't want to do this anymore.
Today's magical phrase, Carl, you just became a United States Congressman. Congratulations, Representative Carl. Merry Christmas.
March.
Well, okay, happy Hanukkah. Welcome back.
The amount of irony in that last two words, is awesome. Also, just for the people who might think otherwise, no, Hanukkah is not the Jewish Christmas.
No, it's something totally different. It's a festival of lights.
Very minor holiday. It's about on the level of
Easter.
Well, I was gonna say the 4th of July, but with the MAGA.
It's Arbor Day.
Yeah, with the MAGA crowd, yeah. Valentine's Day.
Yeah, there you go. About like Valentine's Day, about that level, Yeah. So how do I share the video? I wanna share the
The
video.
share button down at so you hover the cursor over the Zoom marketplace, Zoom workplace, so you see the share button, you can click that and it'll be a bunch of options as well too. And if you're going to share a video as well too, make sure you also click on share sound on the sidebar when you open up the share thing.
Okay, so share.
Yes, you are
There's
sharing.
screen sharing.
Okay, now does it say?
Yes.
Because I have
we
to.
see.
Yep,
Now,
we see the
let's
YouTube.
move-
I see a red hat.
Right, but what I'm asking is, I didn't see any option to share sound.
It's on the side.
It'll be automatic. Should be.
It was on the side. Probably not there now. So go up to the red the stop square button to stop share and
Okay.
And then
Wait a minute. Video, audio, your screen sharing, stop share. Okay. So I stop share. Now,
just click share again.
click share again. Okay.
So it's right on the right side.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I got it now.
There we go.
Share. Okay. This is for, and they'll understand the reference. This is for Dode.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So let me move this bar out of the way. Really? Oh, go away. Okay.
Yep.
It's only a minute long.
Yeah.
Done.
But animals in this one too.
Yeah, he shows up.
He
will
is.
show up.
Oh, he does? Oh, there he is. Okay. I stopped the share because I got another one I'm going to share. So go ahead until I find it.
Okay, so okay, everyone, what's your favorite candy bar? Because I love butter.
Ooh, that's a really difficult one.
And I love many. I love
Nestle Crunch.
Mouse candy bar.
Reese's, but it
Mom
has to be
way above
those
everybody else.
Reese's either eggs or trees.
Yeah. You get a
Like
lot more peanut butter
the
there.
ratio of chocolate to peanut butter, the peanut butter's more than the chocolate, and I like those ones better. So like Reese's trees, Reese's eggs, Reese's hearts.
Yeah. I forgot about the hearts. Yeah. Mine's is Almond Joy and Butterfingers as well too, but I got a lot of favorites as well too.
Mouse
I love
candy
them
bar,
all, really.
coconut and chocolate. Yep.
Mm.
I have an ice cream maker.
Do you
I
love
have an
Three
ice cream
Musketeers, Joey? If so, I judge you.
I do love Three Musketeers.
maker. I'm gonna have to judge you too, Joey. I'm sorry.
I can't have this made with eggs.
Nothing
I
but
don't usually
nougat.
have a problem
Really?
putting nuts. I don't usually have a problem putting nuts in my mouth, but that's a little bit too many. on this.
That's Snickers though.
I like Cadbury cream eggs too, but they're kind of seasonal.
You're fucking nasty. I'm sorry.
It's
like-
a chocolate
okay,
egg
so,
full of jizz.
Mayonnaise is the devil's sperm. Lettuce is the devil's scrotum skin. Okay. And
I just over lettuce anyway.
okra is the devil's boogers. Okay, I got another one for you.
Dang.
And I know I don't even need to introduce this because I know everyone knows this song. So let me get to the share again. Share sound. Okay.
And if that weren't enough, we've also got Mana, whatever that means.
Now they did have the original version on the Muppet Sesame Street, but this one's a little shorter.
Mana.
Thank you for the earworm.
So high. Like the people who made this were so high when they made this.
No kidding. To think of it. Not just to make it, but to think of it.
I mean, look at this whole puppet design.
Yeah. It is the 70s after all.
Whenever anybody says phenomenon, this
Do do
yes,
do
my
do
favorite.
do.
Almost done. Okay. Let me stop the sharing. I'm not going to share the video, but you should look for. I showed Joey, was it yesterday or the day before? You should look for. You go to YouTube, okay, and search up for John Oliver, Cookie Monster, new outtakes. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
So yeah, but we're up to like the end of the show as well too. We're literally like over the like a lot of time limit as well too.
Not us.
But I have like plans for the rest of the day as well too. So if you want to Connor, everything's at the houseofconnor.com.
Well, yes and no. Everything is at thehouseofconnor.com. Okay. Stickers. Sticker designs. You can just look at them. Books. You can buy books through there.
Houseofconnor.com.
Exactly. .com. You can buy my books through there. I'm in the process of working on 2 other books.
She's got an Etsy now.
Yes.
Everybody should know she's got an Etsy.
I have a new page on Facebook, and let me get to the full name so I can read you the full name. Okay.
Okay.
'Cause I know. So if you when you do your URL search, because you can search for it by URL. Okay. So it's facebook.com/whatever, right? Okay. The actual link is Harlot Church of Redneckia. Okay. But the name of the page is the High Pope S position of the Holy Harlot of the Church of Redneckia. Okay. And it is a page solely meant for jokes and memes, funny jokes. I do a lot of serious politics on my main page, and I do a little bit of biting stuff, especially with John and Jane, because I put John and Jane on there. But I also put the Existential Cafe on there, and it's meant to kind of give people a little bit of a lift from all the doom scrolling. Come there, put jokes on there, put little memes on there, a little funny clips, whatever. I don't care, whatever you want. It doesn't have to be something you did. It could be something somebody else did. I don't care. And yeah, I have an Etsy page store, which is The Way of the Turtle. And it's etsy.com/shop/The Way of the Turtle. I have just updated the not browser, what's the word I'm looking for? The banner for the page, for the store, and I'm going to be uploading a bunch of sticker designs to it. The only thing I sell on there is stickers. I'm not interested in selling anything else, at least at this moment. I don't see why I need to. My stickers are $5, period. It's, you know, that's including shipping. So you can get stickers of all the memes that I make, my own content, or graphic designs that I make. There's also a sticker. There will be a sticker of John and Jane, and then a sticker of the cast of the Existential Cafe, and then an individual sticker of each one. You know, which is Muhammad, Cthulhu, Persephone, Jesus, Venus, Odin, Hecate. Who else am I missing? Yahweh.
Anthony.
Well, there's one more I'm missing. Satan, and then Anthony. The owner-operator is Anthony, the philosophy major waiter. And their story arcs, like Odin and Yahweh, were college roommates and got along great until the great ceramic hedgehog incident. Persephone is bipolar and Yahweh's ex-girlfriend. Satan is definitely autistic and maybe other parts of the spectrum, and I'll explore that later, you know, in the script.
Satan being autistic is my favorite.
Yeah, and
I love that.
there's in fact today on that
Because
page.
Satan would be autistic because
Right.
God is a fucking neurotypical asshole.
Exactly. Today on that page are the first 10 strips of the Existential Cafe. That's kind of how people get caught up in whatever. However, because Facebook formatting sucks harder than I do, they're not, even though I've numbered them and I gave like 3 or 4 minutes between posting each one, so it would be in chronological order now. So like it starts out with number 4, then it goes to number 2, I think, and then number 1, and then number 10, 9, 8, 7, whatever. So just go that order. But after today's posting, it'll be three every Sunday. So it'll be 3 strips for the Existential Cafe every Sunday. And that's it.
Joey, you have a Patreon.
Yes.
I do. I have a Patreon, Joey Fire Lame Deer. I'm still waiting on questions to be asked. Like,
Okay.
I haven't gotten any questions from anybody except for yours, Geek, where you were asking about Crazy Horse.
Okay.
I didn't realize that I hadn't. I will rectify that.
And also, I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on Facebook, of course, as Joey Taksha Hushte. I have been thinking of making a page called Comrades Frog and Toad.
Let me know, and I will definitely follow it.
There is going to be kind of leftist content where I'm doing a lot of sharing of other people's works. I'm not going to make a bunch of original content, but I am going to share a lot of other people's stuff. Especially there's a lot of leftist pages on Facebook that could use the shout out and the boost. Places like Comrade Spooky Doodles and
Comrade Burt Gummer.
Yeah. Places like that.
Right.
Leftist pages like that could use the boost. And so I've been thinking of making a leftist page. Again, it's going to be called Comrades Frog and Toad. Frog and Toad.
If you need any help with the artwork or whatever, let me know.
I figure I'm just gonna like steal a bunch of the original artwork.
No, I meant like, you know, formatting it and stuff so it looks good.
Yeah,
It's
that I'm
Facebook.
definitely gonna need help with.
Facebook is on their formatting and shit. I also have a Patreon and I have a mutual aid. My last bit, I have a mutual aid on my site, but with more access. anybody who wants to post a mutual aid post needing help on my either one, on the Holy Harlot page or on my Politics and Pearl page, can post it once a day for free. Just post it. You don't have to ask me or whatever. You know, if there's an appropriate post or whatever, or if you're able to just make a post, just make it. I don't care. John?
Yeah, I'm Summer and a Geek. Well, what I'm Summer and a Geek on all the socials as well too. Like, honestly, sharing. I'm trying to like post more like each day on like all the places as well too. So like my hot takes and various things as well too, and like also the links to like my friends in need as well too. They're kind of like okay now as well too, but like Joanne always needs help. Phoenix always needs help. Then that's not going. Lincoln will always.
I always need help too.
Yep, Joey always needs help.
At least for now.
Yes. And then like I'm going to be streaming on like Twitch and YouTube after sometime after I get off school. I'm going to eat pizza first because I got pizza yesterday because yesterday was Pie Day as well too. So of course pizza. And like but I'm going to be streaming some more Marvel Rivals. I'm going to be streaming some Marvel Rivals today because I need to catch up with challenges in that game as well too. John Brockman, what do you have to promote?
Dungeons and Debacles. We will not be able to play this week. Kevin's new computer part is not coming in until Tuesday. But next week we'll play.
Waiting on a computer part, that sucks.
Yeah.
And like, don't forget to share the links on that page, like, and don't forget to practice like self-care as well too, and like
hydrate,
stay safe, hydrate, medicate.
My last bit is from the Facebook page, the Lesbitarian Party, one of the pages I belong to, from James Schlarman, who says they have to call it the SAVE Act since soft repealing the 19th Amendment because we hate women unless we're trying in vain to fuck one doesn't have the same ring. All right, y'all. Have a great night. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.